I'd like to call the June 27th session of Mokena Village Board to order. Could everybody please stand for the pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please take the roll.
Trustee Budson?
Here.
Trustee Dauphiné? Here. Trustee Engler? Here. Trustee Fedora? Here. Trustee Matanias?
Here.
Trustee Richmond?
Here.
Mayor Fleischer?
Here. We have a quorum. First item on the agenda, Mokena Community Park District, 4th of July pre-fireworks activities.
Hello, my name is Skylar Ramberger. I'm a recreation supervisor for Mokena Community Park District, and I'm just here talking about some of the cool stuff we're doing on the 4th of July. So in addition to the concert and the parade and the fireworks, the Park District thought it'd be kind of cool if we offered some programs. Of course, all these programs are going to be totally free at Main Park during those times. So it's going to be between 5 o'clock and 7:30, and we're going to offer all kinds of stuff for the kids. A couple big ones that I've been working really hard on lately is we're going to have a football throwing contest, field goal kicking, just something to get the kids up and moving. We've got a disc golf putting contest, so we're going to try to get disc golf out there moving. We're going to have some prizes donated by Circle One Disc Golf. Some of the guys that go out and play the Oaks, they donated some discs that we give out to some kids. So we're pretty excited to get those out there. Outside of the sports, we're going to be doing a couple art. So we're doing a sidewalk chalk drawing contest. Everybody enjoys those on the 4th of July, right? That's a real American tradition. So we thought it'd be really cool to have a competition. Let the kids come out, chalk the sidewalk, have some fun on that. And then we'll also be offering an arts and crafts program inside of our program center so the kids can kind of cool off, get the air conditioning, and just kind of get out of the heat a little bit. Outside of that, we're going to have other miscellaneous games, you know, your classic yard games like cornhole. We have a giant Jenga set. We're going to set all that stuff out there. But again, these programs are going to be totally free, and they're going to go on from 5 o'clock to 7:30 at Main Park, right before that fireworks show. So we hope to see you guys all there. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Kyler. Thank you everybody at the Park District for doing this for us too, please.
Absolutely, I appreciate it, sir.
Okay, community calendar. I forgot that I was remiss tonight. Clerk Martini had a previous engagement. She won't be here, so our deputy clerk will be taking over tonight.
Thank you. June 2022, Wednesday, June 29th, we'll have Mokena Park District Summer Drive-In Movies, 10847 West LaPorte Road. We'll start at 8:45 p.m. The movie is Sing 2. It'll be $10 per vehicle. Registration and more information can be found at mokenapark.com. July 4th, Monday, we have 4th of July festivities. We'll start with the Chamber of Commerce 4th of July parade at 10 o'clock a.m. Mokena Park District's free pre-fireworks activities at Main Park. We'll correct that to 5 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. And then the Village of Mokena's 4th of July fireworks display at Main Park will start at approximately 9 o'clock p.m. Monday, July 4th, the Village Hall will be closed in observance of Independence Day, and we will reopen at 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday, July 5th. Wednesday, July 6th, Village of Mokena's food trucks on Front Street Metro Lot from 4 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Wednesday, July 6th is a Site Plan and Architectural Review Committee meeting at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. Wednesday, July 6th is Mokena Community Park District's free outdoor concerts at the Yunker Park Band Shell, 10824 LaPorte Road at 7 o'clock p.m. and the performer is Fire Chicken. Wednesday, July 6th is a Refuse and Recycle Day. Thursday, July 7th, the Village Hall will host the Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerich's iCash program. A representative from the Illinois State Treasurer's Office will be searching for Will County residents' unclaimed property. It's at 9 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. Monday, July 11th is Mokena Fire Department CPR class, 6 o'clock to 9:30 p.m., 19853 South Wolf Road. More information or register online at mokenafire.org or at station number 1. And July 11th is a Village Board of Trustees meeting at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk Wisniewski. Okay, community calendar, public comments. Is there anyone here for public comments? No public comments, okay. Consent agenda, Mr. Zoller.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. For the board's consideration this evening, I've placed 3 items on the consent agenda. I think these matters are purely administrative in nature. We ask for the board's approval of all 3 measures with one omnibus vote. First of all, a motion to adopt resolution number 2022R-007, a resolution pertaining to the maintenance of streets and highways by municipality under the Illinois Highway Code, and to authorize the village president and clerk to execute same. Next, motion to approve an NMS agreement between the Village of Mokena and Proven IT for a 3-year term, and to authorize the village administrator to execute same. And finally, motion to approve the minutes from the June 13th, 2022 board meeting.
Motion, please.
Mayor, move to approve consent agenda items 6A, B, and C as depicted in the June 23rd, 2022 request for board action prepared by the village administrator.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, seconded by trustee Matanius. Any questions or comments from the board? We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler. Aye. Trustee Matanius.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Trustee Budson.
Aye.
Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora.
Aye.
Motion carried. Special finance report, Ms. Dingles.
Thank you, Mayor. For the board's reviews, the second accounts payable for June totaling $174,345.43. Should the board concur with staff's recommendation to approve the second accounts payable for June, a motion would be in order.
Motion, please.
Mayor, move to approve the monthly accounts payable in the amount of $174,345.43.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, seconded by trustee Matanius. Any questions or comments from the board? We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler. Aye. Trustee Matanius.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora. Aye. Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Trustee Budson.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Thank you, Sharon.
Welcome.
Okay, appointments and proclamations. Okay, for the board's review, I have assembled the following list of appointments for fiscal year 2023, and will be requesting approval for these appointments with one vote. It is my recommendation that the following individuals be appointed to the correlating public commissions and committees for fiscal year 2023. Mayor Pro Tem, George Matane.
You don't have to go through all of them, Mary. They got a motion the way.
Yes.
That's it, I don't want to mess with that.
Yep, you don't have to go through.
Oh, thank you very much.
Just turn to the last page.
I appreciate the heck out of that.
Yep.
Okay, I need a motion to accept my recommendations.
Mayor, move to approve the proposed fiscal year 2022-23 appointments as denoted in the June 23rd, 2022 request for board action submitted by the village president, Frank Fleischer.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, seconded by trustee Matanius. Any questions or comments from the board? We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler.
Aye.
Trustee Matanius.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora.
Aye.
Trustee Budson.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, appointment of Patrick Sweeney to the maintenance 2 worker position. Mr. Kalisa.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Due to the upcoming retirement of Mike Dornbos in September, there'll be a vacant position for the Streets Department Maintenance 2 position. It was advertised internally and 4 village employees expressed an interest in the position. Pursuant to the interviews, reviews of the applicant's training and work experience, it was determined that Patrick Sweeney was the internal candidate most qualified to fill the position. Mr. Sweeney has been employed with the Streets Building and Grounds Division of the Public Works as a maintenance worker since December of 2013. He is a holder of a commercial driver's license CDL, which gives him the ability to operate any and all the village's current vehicles and equipments. Over the past 9 years, Mr. Sweeney has gained valuable experience in the Streets and Building and Grounds Division. During this time, he has frequently and voluntarily worked with Mr. Dornbos on the village street lighting system and performed the duties associated with maintenance worker 2 position when Mike was away from work. Assistant Public Works Director Dan Paloco and I are confident Mr. Sweeney possesses the skills and abilities to perform all the necessary tasks with the position as a maintenance worker too, and that he will be an immediate asset to our operation filling the new role. Staff is recommending the board approve the appointment of Patrick Sweeney to the position of maintenance worker 2 in the Public Works Department effective Monday, July 11th. Should the board concur with the recommendation, the following motion would be in order, Mayor.
Thank you, Jim. Motion, please.
Mayor, move to approve the appointment of Patrick Sweeney to the position of Maintenance Worker 2 in the Streets Department at Step 2 for that position as delineated in the August 22nd, 2016 collective bargaining agreement with the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 150, effective July 11th, 2022.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, second by trustee Matanias. Any questions or comments from the board?
I just want to congratulate Pat. Your hard work paid off. Congratulations and good luck.
I'd like to say I appreciate the opportunity from the village. Jen, Danny's not here, obviously, but also Rob Scholes, who's not here, Jamie Smith, and Mike Dornball. And I look forward to working just as hard as I have in the past, and that's about it. I appreciate the opportunity.
You're pretty gutsy there to speak before we voted on it, but that's what I like, exactly, his confidence. Clerk, please, we have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler.
Aye.
Trustee Matanias.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora.
Aye.
Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Trustee Budson.
Aye.
Okay, now motion carries. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Okay, appointment of James Bosma to civil engineer position. Again, Mr. Cleese.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. As a result of Brian Fye's resignation in September of 2020 and Dan Paloquin's promotion in March of 2021, the Public Works Department had 2 positions for civil engineers open. The staff reviewed the applicants and resumes conducted with initial interviews, selected 12 candidates, and moved to the interview process. Staff then conducted a second round of interviews of 8 candidates, and final interview were conducted with 4 candidates, which we felt were best suited for the position. The second position, the first position was obviously, filled by Kyle, that. The second position remained open and the staff continued the search. Staff conducted interviews with 2 additional candidates best suited for the position, and based on the results of these interviews, as well as training, work experience, and references, it was determined that Mr. James Bosma was qualified to fill the staff engineering position. Mr. Bosma has 20 years' experience in sanitary sewer, stormwater, road maintenance, and project engineering, working in a multidisciplinary engineering teams. He is a professional engineer, and his resume is attached if you'd like to look at it. Staff Assistant Director, Public Works, Dan Paloquin, and I are confident Mr. Bosma possesses the skills and capabilities to perform all the tasks connected with the position, and he will be an immediate asset to the village. Staff is recommending the board approve the appointment of Mr. James Bosma to the position of Staff Civil Engineer in the Public Works Department. The proposed salary, which is $110,943, which equates to a grade 17, step 17. The expected start date will be July 11th, pending pre-employment physical results. Should the board concur with the recommendations, the motion should be in order. Mayor.
Thank you, Jim. Motion, please.
Mayor, move to appoint Mr. James A. Bosma to the position of Staff Civil Engineer in the Public Works Department for the Village of Mokena at an annual salary of grade 17, step 17, effective July 11, 2022, pending pre-employment results.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, second by trustee Matanias. Any questions or comments on the board? We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler.
Aye.
Trustee Matanias.
Aye.
Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Trustee Budson.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora. Aye. Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Motion carried. Jim Warren. Welcome aboard, Jim. You have anything you'd like to say?
He waited, so that's what... He's an engineer.
I want to thank all the village officials for this great opportunity to work for this village, and for giving thanks, I'll thank my father. I was raised in municipal engineering, and he was the starting point of a lot of like how I deal with residents and contractors. So, thank you.
Thank you, Jim. It's going to be nice to have you. Okay, and the appointment of Emily Capay to planning technician position, Mr. Ziska.
Thank you, Mayor. So in May of 2022, just last month, the village board authorized staff to move forward with hiring a village planner following the resignation of our former planner, Kenyaki, earlier in April of this year. However, since posting the job ad for the village planner position across a variety of platforms earlier in May, we've received minimal response from qualified applicants. However, it was during this time that an opportunity arose to promote from within with our very own customer service rep, Emily Cabay, who joined the administrative department in August 2020 after spending time as a grant and project manager with the University of St. Francis. Prior to that, she obtained a bachelor's degree in communications from Illinois State University and gained some pertinent public relations experience as an event coordinator. And since joining the village, she has shown a continued interest in planning and economic development and already performs many of the tasks and responsibilities that have generally been assigned to the village's planning technician historically, including preparation of legal notices, ordering public hearing signs, preparing property owner mailings and newspaper ads for the public hearing process. And Ms. Cabay has also served as a liaison to our Spark Committee and Planning Commission. So for the board's reference, the planning tech position was once a major facet of our community development department, but kind of faded out in 2012 following my promotion to building and planning specialist. So it's an existing position that has remained vacant. But staff believes appointing Ms. Emily Cabay to the position of planning technician is appropriate considering her professional and educational backgrounds, strong work ethic, and inherent drive, coupled with our current needs of the organization. So staff feels confident that Ms. Cabay possesses the skills and qualifications necessary to fulfill the duties as planning commission, and therefore I'll turn it over to the board for their final action.
Thank you. Motion, please.
Mayor, move to appoint Emily Cabay to the position of planning technician for the Village of Mokena at an annual salary of grade 9, step 13A, effective June 28th, 2022.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, second by trustee Matanias. Any questions or comments from the board? We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler? Aye. Trustee Matanias?
Aye.
Trustee Budson?
Aye.
Trustee Richmond?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora? Aye. Trustee Dauphiné?
Aye. Motion carried.
Excellent.
I just want to say thank you to the board and also the staff that I currently work with. You guys have all been wonderful to work alongside and have taught me so much, and I'm very eager to see where this next position takes me. Thank you.
Emily, I really like this kind of appointment. You've worked your way up through the ranks. So let us know that this is something you wanted, and we know your work ethic here, and I'm looking very forward to seeing how you progress.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
I appreciate that a lot.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to working with you all.
Thank you.
Okay, Life-Saving Award, Chief Benton.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and Board, first, I'd like to say welcome to all, especially to our guests who are here this evening for the presentation of these awards. For those that don't know me, I'm Brian Benton, the Interim Chief of Police here for the Village of Mokena. Most members of the community know that our public safety professionals go through extensive training to prepare them to do some very difficult jobs under pretty stressful conditions. One area of training that all of our public safety professionals must train and certify in annually is CPR. The purpose of this training is so that when called upon, no matter the situation, we're ready and prepared to respond and to provide the best service possible. The incident that I'm about to highlight for you tonight is an example of just that. Tonight, we're going to recognize some exceptional CPR-related work performed by members of our police, fire, and 911 center staff. With us here today is Officer Caitlin Wynn from the Mokena Police Department, telecommunicator Cindy Wilson of the Laraway Communications Center, Mokena Fire Protection District personnel represented by Chief Sorelli and Assistant Chief Campbell are Lieutenants Goddard, Swanson, and Cresto, Engineers Weincheck, Bukowski, and Berger, and firefighters Porter, Rubik, and Meyer. Ladies and gentlemen, on February 11th, 2022, telecommunicator Cindy Wilson, badge 206, of the Laraway Communications Center, answered a 911 call from a distraught woman, that woman being Mrs. Lori Fleischer, whose husband, our mayor, had fallen, was unconscious, and did not appear to be breathing. Telecommunicator Wilson asked specific and direct questions regarding the status of the husband and immediately recognized the gravity of the situation. Telecommunicator Wilson calmly took charge, and while simultaneously arranging EMS to be dispatched to the residence, she began directing the caller on how to start administering CPR. She gave detailed instructions on how to position the husband, where to place the caller's hands, and how deep to apply pressure. She continued by talking through the instructions while counting the repetitions for each round of CPR. Officer Wynn, badge 272, soon arrived on scene and quickly took over. She immediately began to administer CPR while telecommunicator Wilson, who was on a speakerphone at that time, continued counting. This went on for multiple rounds of CPR while Officer Min administered critical chest compressions. Shortly thereafter, the previously mentioned paramedics arrived on scene. They confirmed that the patient was in cardiac arrest, and they began administering advanced life support. In speaking with Chief Sorelli, I learned that it's been recognized that high-performance CPR relies on continuous cardiac compressions without interruption. He told me studies have shown that a responder can only perform good, strong, deep, and fast chest compressions for about 2 minutes before they become fatigued, necessitating the rotation of personnel, thus the need for so many trained paramedics to respond to a call such as this. As you can, on this particular call, the medical crew worked diligently for over 10 minutes to stabilize the patient until what they termed the return of spontaneous circulation, at which time they transported him to the hospital. And as you can confirm for us here today, Mayor, the patient made a full recovery. It's difficult to imagine the potential outcome of this call had it not been for the quick thinking and immediate call to 911, and I can't emphasize that enough. Coupled with the response of a very well-trained public safety staff that came together that day as a team. Mayor and Board, this is an excellent opportunity for us to highlight to our residents the quality of service that we deliver here in the village of Mokena, and to recognize those first responders that proved it that day. Now, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, before I ask the individual recipients to come up to receive their awards, I would like to ask their supervisors to step in and see if they have anything that they would like to add. Chief Shirley?
Sure. Thank you, Chief Ben. As Chief Ben pointed out, it takes a lot of people for a very successful outcome, right? In this case, it starts with the bystander who recognized the problem, called 911, and that's the first link in the chain of survival. LCC, Laraway Communications staff, did a phenomenal job. They always do. And talked the bystander into doing good quality compressions. We mentioned, quick arrival of the police personnel to continue compressions, the need for so many paramedics to rotate through every 2 minutes. And then, ultimately, I mean, we're a short, as you know, we're a short link in that chain, right? Ultimately, you get to the hospital, and it continues. I mean, there's hundreds of people that have touched anyone that has a successful outcome, from the bystander and the dispatcher, all the way up to the rehab nurses and personnel. So it's we're honored to be up here. We're grateful to be up here. The staff that was present, unfortunately, it's not their shift day today, so they weren't able to make it. But they certainly appreciate the gratitude, and that's about it.
Thank you, Chief. And I'd also like to introduce the director of the Laraway Communications Center, Denise Pavlik.
Hi. I'm just very grateful that we had an opportunity to step in and take control. Cindy is a wonderful telecommunicator and has been for more than 25 years, I think closer to 30. So she has been there helping and saving lives, and we're just really excited that she was able to do that in this case. She is always part of a team. She's always looking out for everybody else, inside and out, and all of the citizens she serves every day. So we're really proud of her, and we're really happy that we had such a good outcome.
Thank you. I believe we have a guest speaker who would also like to say something there.
I hope I can get through this. I just want to mention again, Cindy Wilson, I'm assuming this is you, thank you. Officer Wynn, and you know what? I have to explain something, and I want you to pass this on to the firemen. I thought you were the that day. I literally see no faces. I try and try to remember, but I only see, I see no faces. I only see dark uniforms. And that's the sad part, because I want your guys, if I see them Friday, to come up and please tell me who they were so that I can thank them personally. I also want, okay, so anyway, I mentioned Cindy Wilson, Officer Wynn, the 9 Mokena EMTs, and I can give them that message. Silver Cross Emergency Room, the ICU, nurses and doctors, University of Chicago, the ICU, the cardiac, nurses and doctors, Shirley Ryan, acute care, where my husband left, when he left University of Chicago. He was supposed to be there 3 weeks, and they kicked him out in 2, so that was a good sign. Other skilled PT, therapists, doctors, and nurses. And then Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, where he spent 3 months, 3 times a week. And poor guy doesn't have any idea what I'm saying tonight, so he's
I wasn't there.
just gonna have to talk. Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, where, like I said, he spent 3 months going 3 times a week, 3 hours every day. And they're one of the best in the country, and I can't say anything. We are very fortunate to live in a community where we're surrounded by such high-level facilities. Each and every one of you were part of a miracle recovery. 1% of people survive in the way my husband did. You were there for us, and I know my entire family will never be able to thank you enough. I want to thank each and every one of you who prayed for my husband, sent cards, or helped in some way. I want to thank you all for those who respected our privacy, our family request for privacy through an extremely difficult time. To the village board and staff for respecting my request to keep that way. Because the only way I could survive this, what I was doing and what my husband was going through and my family, was to keep it somewhat quiet. I did tell the village that if at any moment I didn't think he could make it, I would let them know. And then to our dear friends who prayed and helped in any way they could, thank you to everyone, and thank you to the community.
And now, if I could ask the individuals to step up and take some pictures and get their awards, and we have a team photographer here. Cindy, would you like to come up first, please? Get a chair out of the way. I won't read it since it basically says what I just said to you, but it's for the aforementioned exhibition of professionalism. The above mentioned, what's wrong? Sorry. You're not a firefighter paramedic. Telecommunicator Cindy Wilson, badge 206 of the Laraway Communications Center, is hereby awarded this life-saving award as a token of esteem from the Mokena Police Department.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is on your Facebook page too.
Good one. Facebook page.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. Next up, Chief Surley. Sure. Chief Family, want to come up as well, since we don't have the other 9. All right. Again, This is for the aforementioned exhibition of professionalism. The above-mentioned firefighter paramedics of the Mokena Police Department are hereby awarded this life-saving award as a token of esteem from the Mokena Police Department. And I might add that both of these gentlemen were on scene at the same time, but they wanted to downplay a little bit. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll be sure these guys get it. Thank you.
Last but not least, our very own Officer Caitlin Wynn. Caitlin, this aforementioned exhibition of professionalism, police work, or professional police work, Patrol Officer Caitlin Wynn, Star 272, is hereby awarded this life-saving award as a token of esteem from the Mokena Police Department. And it's just 2. Is this your second? That happens to be her second as well, so congratulations. Nice job. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mayor and Board. And I'd like to say one last thing. On our community calendar each month, we highlight that the Mokena Fire Protection District offers CPR training to our residents. So if this isn't a perfect example of why you should take advantage of it, I don't know what is. So again, thank you, Mayor and Board. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Yes, ma'am. Oh.
Okay. Old business, proposed fiscal year 2022 budget amendments. Sarah Daniels.
Thank you, Mayor. We have before you tonight a proposed ordinance amending the village's annual budget for fiscal year 2022. The proposed amendment is a statutory requirement as a result of 4 funds exceeding the aggregate appropriated amount due to additional costs. These funds include the general audit, tourism, and capital improvement repair and replacement funds. The village board reviewed the proposed amendments at the May 23rd, 2022 work session and agreed that the amendments were appropriate in keeping with the best interest of the village. Amendments of this nature are normally proposed at the end of each fiscal year. Should the board concur with the approval of the ordinance, motion would be in order.
Motion, please.
Mayor, move to approve ordinance number 2022-0-010, amending the Mokena annual budget for fiscal year 2021-2022 and to authorize village president and village clerk to execute same.
Second.
Motion by trustee English, seconded by trustee Matanius. Any questions or comments from the board? We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler. Aye. Trustee Matanius.
Aye.
Trustee Hudson.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora. Aye. Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, Village Hall basement improvements. Mr. Cleese?
Thank you, Mayor. Staff has been working on the Village Hall basement improvements in multiple stages over the past year. The first and second stages were finished last year, and the third and final stage is to clean and paint the gym area. Staff received quotes from several of the specialty vendors from Stage 1 and Stage 2, with only 2 presenting a comprehensive quote for the full scope of the project. Staff shared the data with the board in May and received direction to work with Service Master to finalize the process for board approval. Based on the particular configurations and restoration requirements, a professional specialty service company is required. It's staff recommendation to waive the bidding requirements for the proposed specialty work or specialized work to contract with Service Master at the cost not to exceed $63,000. Should the board concur with staff's recommendation, the following motion would be appropriate, Mayor.
Motion, please.
Mayor, move to waive the bidding requirement pursuant to 65 ILCS 5/8-9-1 due to the need to perform specialized restoration work in the old gymnasium and directly contract with Service Master not to exceed $63,000 and to authorize the Public Works Director to execute the necessary contract documents.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, seconded by trustee Matanius. Any questions or comments from the board? We have a motion on the floor properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler? Aye. Trustee Matanias?
Aye.
Trustee Dauphine?
Aye.
Trustee Richmond?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora? Aye. Trustee Budson?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, Jim. New business, Aptica special use permit amendment revision. Mr. Ziskin.
Thank you, Mayor. So up next, staff is pleased to present the final draft of the special use permit ordinance amendment for Zap Taco House, which is located at the northeast corner of Mokena and McEvany Streets. And the property owner, Gina Pichola, is here with us tonight. He's been working in coordination with the business owners, Jason Lubovich, who's also here somewhere, and Todd Randall, in order to amend the special use permit for planned unit development that was initially approved by the board back in August of 2020. As part of that agreement, the authorized hours of operation are listed under Exhibit D, as shown here. So as you can see, during the week, they were prohibited from opening up prior to 4 o'clock under the original agreement. And the reasoning behind that stipulation was due to the unknowns related to the parking situation. So the petitioners were reliant upon street parking when initially going through the process back in 2020. However, since that time, they have secured a formal parking agreement with the adjacent property owner and owner of the Etc. Cafe Dino Bastis, which allows both restaurants to utilize the adjacent parking lot located directly to the east, which is fully improved, where 45 of the 60 total parking spaces will be available 7 days a week, starting at roughly 11 a.m., which coincides pretty much after their peak busy time over at Etc. So 15 of the parking spaces will be reserved for Metro commuters, but will be located along the eastern edge of the lot. So by way of background, the village board initially looked at this request back in April of this year and conditionally supported the proposed amendments based on the agreed upon stipulation that would kind of revert the improved hours of operation back to, or the proposed hours back to the original hours if at any point the parking agreement dissolved. So with that in mind, we proceeded to the Planning Commission meeting on May 26th, where a public hearing was conducted, and the Planning Commission unanimously recommended village board approval. And we did get some input, some feedback from residents at that meeting, all supportive of the proposed amendments. So some of the immediately adjacent residents did come out and speak positively of this request, so that was good to see. And then on June 20th, the village board approved the draft amendment ordinance, which mirrors the amendment ordinance in your packets tonight. Here's a look at what the proposed amendments will entail. So we are getting rid of the original subsection M, as shown here, and inserting the newly proposed subsection M, which allows them to open up at 11 a.m. 7 days a week. So due to the language used in the ordinance, we no longer need to incorporate Exhibit D within the ordinance, so we did amend that out as well. So I am now pleased to turn it over to the village board for final action.
Motion, please.
Mayor, move to adopt ordinance number 2022-0-011, an ordinance granting an amendment to the special use permit for a planned unit development for the property located at 19711 Mokena Street, and to authorize the village president and village clerk to execute same.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler, second by trustee Matanias. Any questions or comments on the board? We pretty much went over this pretty good during workshops, so that's why there's no questions tonight. We have a motion on the floor and properly seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Engler? Aye. Trustee Matanias?
Aye.
Trustee Dauphine? Okay, sorry. Trustee Budson?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora? Aye. Trustee Richmond?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, ma'am. Village administrator comments.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I'll ask Mr. Fisker to put up some slides. And Mr. Police will lead us off this evening with a little bit of commentary on mosquito as they come with summer. And I'll have a couple of closing comments.
So thank you. I wanted to let everybody know, obviously, of the mosquito and give some updates. Certainly, you're probably seeing some of this on the news as well. But Mokena contracts with Clark and Environmental to help prevent mosquito breeding, and we use a safe environmental product with them, and it is treated through the storm drains to prevent the eggs from hatching. So we're really doing preventative work here. But the community treatment, our treatment here is just not enough. We need your help. So personal protective actions that can be taken would include the following: wearing a CDC recommended repellents, wearing long sleeve shirts and pants, avoid being outdoors at dusk and dawn. To help reduce the population around the home by taking the following steps: remove or empty any water from outdoor receptacles where mosquitoes might breed, empty plastic wading pools at least 1 week, and store indoors when not in use, change water weekly in the bird baths, plant saucers, and trays, and empty and fill outdoor water bowls used by pets daily. Those are a few of the things that we can do to help prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Just a couple things I wanted to mention also this evening, and Deputy Clerk Fisner, you mentioned this in the community calendar. Coming up on Thursday, July the 7th from 9 to 3 here at the Village Hall, some reps from the State Treasurer's Office will be here to help people search for unclaimed property. And you've got some time, come down. It's a great way to get into that system. Obviously, this is something you can do online and through contacting the Treasurer's Office. But this makes it very easy for you, so we encourage our residents to come out and take advantage of that that program. Again, it's on Thursday, July the 7th from 9 to 3 here at the Village Hall. And last but not least, we want to commemorate our local celebrity, Danny Potter, throughout the first pitch at the Joliet Slammers game on June the 21st, and just give him a good shout out there. So thank you, Danny. I want to recognize you and all you do to promote our community. And Mayor, that's all we have this evening.
Thank you very much, Kirk. Trustee comments. Trustee Fedora.
Thank you, Mayor. What a moving night tonight, and thank you to everyone for helping keep our community safe, because of course they go to great lengths to keep all of us safe. So thank you to all of them, and just looking forward to seeing everybody for our 4th of July celebration. Parade is back at 10 a.m. Fireworks are back at Main Park. We have a little bit of some normalcy here that we haven't had in the last few years, so looking forward to the 4th. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Trustee Butson.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to thank and again congratulate all of our first responders, our police officers, our firefighters, and the telecommunicator that once again showed their professionalism to try and put their training into play, and with a very positive outcome. We had several appointees. I want to also congratulate you on your appointment to various positions within the village. We look forward to taking you on as employees and wish you a long and prosperous career. And then finally, on behalf of my wife and myself, I wish everyone, our residents at home, everyone here, a happy 4th of July. This will be our last meeting before the 4th, so hopefully everyone has an enjoyable and safe 4th of July. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Joe. Trustee Octavius.
Thank you, Mayor. I also would like to thank our police department, fire department for excellent work. Can't thank you guys enough, what you do. I was, a few months ago, part of being helped by fire department and so on. So I appreciate what you guys did. The awards that we presented to them, you deserve it more than some. And there's one award that I wish we had. Is for courage and strength, which goes to our mayor. Because to go what he went through and to come back, not just come back, but come back as mayor, it's a lot. People don't understand it. I hope to God that people appreciate what this family has gone through, and respect their privacy when they ask for it. And that's what, we try to do. So, Mayor, if I can get you an award, that would be it. Congratulations. Seriously. And
George.
also, I'd like to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. And don't forget about our food trucks on Front Street coming on. When is that?
6th.
I know you'll talk about
6th.
Oh, you'll talk about it, July 6th. Okay. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Trustee England.
Yes, I too would like to thank our first responders. Lincoln Way, we have the best 911 center on earth. I can't thank them enough. And thank you to our Blair Way. Oh, it's Blair Way. Whoops. I'm used to being Lincoln.
Yes.
But Blair Way, thank you. And thank you to our police department and our fire department. We appreciate all you do for us on a daily basis. And happy 4th of July to everybody. And like Trustee Matania said, July 6th will be our next food truck day. We had one on June 15th that was pretty well attended, I think, and it was a little hot out there, but we had a good crowd. And we should have Joey's, Deli King, Dockside, and TCBY at this next one. Melissa Martini will be taking over for me at that one because I will be out of town at a softball tournament, but thank you, Melissa. And I'd like to thank my husband, Mike, and Trustee Richmond, and the Public Works Department, the Police Department, the Park District, the board and staff for helping me take this on, and I appreciate all you do to help me. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Trustee Richmond.
You know what, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I think the theme that I'm hearing here is that we live in a great community. From the fire, the police, the residents, the staff.
Way.
Thank you. The mayor, the elected officials, and all that kind of stuff. But I would be totally amiss not to mention Danny Potter. I went out and saw him at the Slammers game. Danny, I do have the video, and Tim is working on getting it. It's on Facebook, so we're going to try and get it on the website. But you did a great job, you and Uncle Billy both. So that's most important. Thank you, Danny, for all you do for this community. Like I said, we live in a great community. Our firemen, our policemen, we want them there to respond within that 2 or 3 minutes. A couple weeks ago, I had to call them for my dad, and they were there. Some of the most professional men and women that showed up did a great job, and like you said, Lori, that's just the tip of the iceberg. After that, then you got to get to Silver Cross. The folks over there at Silver Cross do a wonderful job. So, our community is great, but there's even other parts that aren't part of our community that we all rely on each and every day. So I want to thank all of them. Greatest country in the world we live in. So after that, Debbie, you talked a little bit about the food trucks, but first I want to bring up 4th of July. Melissa, I'm glad to see that event is back. I'll be sitting next to you. We're going to have a great time. I think we're going to have great weather. I've been looking at the projections, so it shouldn't be too hot, shouldn't be rainy. So, hopefully God will be watching over us, and we'll have a great day out there. But do you know roughly how many entries you have already?
Yeah, we're in the 60s,
Okay.
so it'll be around an hour and a half.
Excellent. So, we're going to have a great time there. And then afterwards, the Park District has all their great events and that, and then the fireworks will cap it off back at Main Park again. And then last thing, Debbie's food trucks and that, it was great to help you out with that, Debbie.
Thank you.
But right after the food trucks, you can go over on July 6th and watch Fire Chicken. Paul lives on my street, and I saw him over at Tribes. They'd always put on a good show. So actually, you can have a great night here in Mokena on July 6th by taking advantage of Front Street and then running down to the Park District. So that's all I have, Mayor. And as always, good to see you back. So.
Thank you. Trustee Dolphiny.
Thank you, Mayor. I wrote down some thoughts, comments from what we've heard tonight, and of course I think it's always good to lead with gratitude, and I'd like to, it's obviously a very deeply personal, traumatic thing you went through, Mayor, and obviously grateful you're here. And just want to share my sentiments and appreciation to our Mokena Police and Fire Department and the Laraway Communication Center. Something Chief Sorelli said is just that hundreds of people have touched a successful outcome. It's pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? And just with the CPR, keeping that pattern, that rhythm, to keep that successful outcome alive and possible. It's just amazing what our first responders do. Very much appreciate all the award recipients here tonight, as well as the entire departments and what they do every day. Called on them. My family's called on them as well, so greatly appreciate them. And in lighter news, I'm fired up about the week ahead. That's a dad joke, fired up.
I like it.
But lots of fun things coming together this week. Groundbreaking of the new police facility. Of course, our parade and fireworks, which showcases the best of our community, bringing people together to celebrate country and community. So very much looking forward to that. And with that, Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Rob. Clerk's comments.
Thank you. No comments from me.
We got one comment.
Oh, yes. Please get out and vote tomorrow on election day. We all forgot about that one.
Yes, please go out and, Mayor's comments. Please go out and vote. This is a very important election. It might not seem like that to some people, but as far as I'm concerned, it's very important for Mokena. So don't forget, everybody get out there and vote. I'm just going to touch on this real quick. And George, I thank you for the kind words, but the fact of the matter is it's not about me tonight. Okay? I'm here because of those people. That's why I'm here. It's about them. It has nothing to do with me. They've saved other people. They're amazing. Silver Cross constantly is training our first responders in different and newer procedures, updated procedures, and like was brought up earlier, it's a team effort from those people. We are very, very lucky to have first responders like that, and I thank God for it. But again, please, it's not about me. It's about the people that took care of me. So let's not forget that. Sometimes we take things for granted because these people are so darn good. Let's not forget them. When you see them on the street, keep on saying hello and thank you, because it's all about them. So, let me see, I think that is about it for me. All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Engler.
That's me.
Yes, motion by trustee Engler, second by trustee Matanius, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, we'll be in workshop in a couple minutes.